Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is Last Defense Academy, the 100 line. And we're still playing the demo here. It's been a bit of time since I got to play this, but I'm very excited to get back into this. So we have to find, where is it? Takumi? Let's check. I think it's in the middle, right? They said in the middle. Yes, there it is, Takumi. Let's check our room. Okay, this is my room, huh? It's nicer than I thought it'd be. There I go again, being positive for all the wrong reasons. Honestly, in these situations, you're probably going to try and do that, right? You're probably going to try and be, like, ultra positive to, like, make yourself feel better. Exhausted, I kicked off my shoes and climbed into bed without further delay. And that's the thing, how tired must you be at this stage? I hate to admit it, but it was actually more comfy than my own bed back home. Again, I think they're trying to manipulate everyone, even with this stuff, the luxuries, the food. It like makes you feel like you've earned something nice, you know? It's crazy. The moment I lay down, the day's activities seemed to catch up with me all at once. Being thrust into this unfamiliar world and confronted with so many harrowing truths had completely drained me. My average mundane life had been ripped away from me, and I was at the mercy of the forces beyond my control. I was like a tiny rowing boat tossed over a vast ocean. Every cell in my body was screaming for rest. I was in no position to resist. The oblivion of sleep would be a blessing at this point. Within a few seconds, everything went black. Man, like, it's so understandable, and so I ended my first day at Last Defense Academy. A lot of people think that maybe I wouldn't be able to sleep in these situations. But, like, if you're exhausted and you've been through so much, I don't know if you've ever even had, like, an anxiety, like, not even anxiety attack, I don't want to say that because that's a different situation altogether. Have you ever had, like, high anxiety over something where you've worried about something all day? And then that worry goes for a bit, you feel tired. It's a tiring feeling, you know? Imagine actually going through physical stuff and this terrifying stuff. You'd pass out. You'd be done. If I woke up tomorrow to find it all had been a dream, that would be fine with me. Of course. Of course. In fact, that'd have been the best case scenario I could imagine. Maybe in the morning, everything would be back to normal. I go downstairs to the living room, say goodbye to my dad as he leaves for work. Mom will be there and Katawa too. He holds Katawa in such high regard, right? Because even Takuma in the same vein as his family. This is wishful thinking, though, Takumi. It's wishful thinking. Oh my... Ding dong bing bong. Oh, stop.
Adam troops, time to rise and shine.
I do enjoy how they don't shy away from, like, the Danganronpa vibe, right? I do enjoy that.
Get ready for your second day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Even this stuff, you know?
Well, it's your second day, but technically your first morning, so let's start it off on the right foot.
Okay,
I've
sir.
prepared a fabulous breakfast banquet to give you plenty of energy and bloodlust for the day ahead.
Yeah, but is that only going to the people that fought yesterday? What's happening?
Everyone, make your way to the cafeteria on the double.
This is also like, and I keep saying this is also a very Danganronpa style thing to do. Wake up in the morning, go into the cafeteria. Was that some kind of wake-up call? What a depressing way to start the day. I didn't like the sound of that. Give you plenty of bloodlust stuff either. I hope it hasn't laced our food with something to make us more aggressive. And by the way, I don't think it's a bad thing that they call on stuff from Danganronpa. I think what they're giving is they're giving everyone that Danganronpa fix while also creating a different story around those little tiny details, right? Because it's not the same story, it's not the same concept as Danganronpa. It just has a very similar art style in terms of character designs and has a very, not that the character designs are the same, but like the shape of the faces, like, you know, it's very clearly like a Kodaka style game. So that's the way I look at it. It's like, actually to me, like, a really good thing that they call on all this little Danganronpa stuff to add to it. And then change all the other stuff to have its own flair and its own thing, right? I guess I should head to the cafeteria. I don't want any trouble. Yeah. Should we check out the room a little bit? Will they let us check out the room a little bit? Oh. Did I leave? Oh. There it is again, a totally open, unobstructed sky. How strange must that be? I still can't get used to it. Every time I look up, it's like a reminder of how bizarre this whole thing is. Seeing the sky gives me the weird, uneasy feeling like I get sucked up into it and keep falling forever. If I stay here for long enough, will staring up into the infinite space like this start to feel normal? I think it's such good writing that something that's so common in our lives is so strange to them, right? And it instantly makes you understand, like, how we do take a lot of stuff for granted, right? And in this case, it's like, if he was brought back with Katawa tomorrow, he's probably going to tell her how much he freaking adores her and wants to, you know, be with her for the rest of his life. You know, if that's the way things go, you know what I mean? And you'd probably tell his dad and his mother how much he loves, even though like you don't have to do that all the time, right? And you should never be in a situation like this. But it would feel like, oh my God, I took all my life for granted. I took everything for granted. Just like we now probably take the sky for granted. And look at this. This is a new experience for them. There's no way I can get used to something so unnatural. I'd rather go back to my nice, safe life in the residential complex. Interesting. He's like, this. I don't want this guy. The sky probably like also signifies a lot of like unknown and a never-ending unknown, right? Where does it lead to? If the sky goes in that direction, you know, like all this stuff. It's a feeling of like not really understanding everything that's going on in the world, right? It's another unknown situation. But with the residential complex, everything kind of like felt routine and mundane. There was nothing that felt like out of the ordinary. You could like live your life and understand it and all this stuff. And Takumi seemed to be okay with that. And a lot of us are okay with that. We just want a comfortable life. It's totally normal and totally natural to feel that way. Is there any characters hanging around the place? We check the map. What's the button to check the map again? Let's check it out. Map is X. Okay. They said to be people here, right? Maybe they're all in the cafeteria right now, to be honest. Yeah, they seem to be all in the cafeteria. I don't want to fast travel just yet because I feel like finding stuff is a good idea. At least early on. I kind of felt the same way when I was playing Danganronpa or like Fire Emblem Three Houses, where it's like, yeah, you can fast travel, but like getting to know things on a, oh God, on a level of exploration is not a bad thing. Hello, sir. I know you must be excited about getting to live in an awesome school like this, but don't let your guard down. The invaders are still out there. You soldiers are basically immortal though, so you've got nothing to fear from them.
Hey!
Right, immortal. What exactly do you mean by that though? I told you before, didn't I? It's all thanks to our friend, the ammonia. No matter how serious your injuries are, it'll fix you up good as new. And again, that immortal stuff, we said it last time. Dying over and over again is not going to be a good feeling. Of course, you still have to deal with the pain of fatal injuries, so don't get too complacent. I don't want you getting sloppy on the battlefield. You gotta fight like your life depends on every time. This is so crazy. I can barely believe all this is really happening. Yeah, and like, by the way, love the stylish clothes. I think probably one of the most stylish Danganronpa protagonists ever, right? Shuichi looked awesome too. Like, had a really cool vibe as well. I just love this outfit. I liked it. Like, if I had this outfit, I'd be so happy. I mean, you could do it, right? You could definitely do it. It's a cool jacket as well, right? It's a very cool jacket. Where the cafeteria was up this way, right? Here? Yes. Yeah, just get the lay of the land as we're going forward, you know? I'm actually excited to see all the characters again. I haven't seen them in a few days. In my time, you know? And your time too. Alright, everybody, dig right in and get yourself all fueled up. Didn't you hear me? I said dig in. This is no time to worry about proper table manners. Dig into what? Half us are stuck with dry bread again, so they do get dry bread again. I think he has really pretty eyes, doesn't he? Personally, I'm grateful we have anything to eat at all. We had days in the TRC when we had to make do much less. So even people in the complex, imagine that they have a complex where like you're all closed in, and still there's people who are struggling to get by. At least that's what I'm getting at here with Ima and his sister. Brothers, please, I don't want to think about that. And she's trying to block it out into the back of her mind, which is also probably a natural reaction to that too. Let me guess, if we want anything more substantial, we have to agree to fight. In that case, I'll stick with my dry bread. Boring, plain, flavorless, dry bread. Suit yourselves. But there's one more thing I need from you. I planned to do this on the day you transferred in, but I had to push it back because of the enemy attack. Was it this time? I want you to take a tour of the last Defense Academy campus. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll do it. Is the hoodie says a little too petrified. That's awesome. I want that. You're going to be living here, so you might as well get to know the place. There are tons of rooms and facilities you haven't seen yet. Sounds like fun. You got any rooms where the door is locked behind you and you have to solve a few logic puzzles to get out? She is looking for danger. Anything that puts her in danger, she's happy. But we do like the Ruby quite a bit. If there are, you can go on your own. There's no ordinary school, you know. You're bound to find something to surprise you. So once you finish breakfast, put your walking boots on and explore your new home. Okay. I feel like we're playing right into serious hands, but we should probably try and get a better idea what kind of place this is. Yeah, it couldn't hurt to have knowledge of like the place you're trapped in, right? We might even turn up some clues about what special something we're protecting is. No time like the present. Let's take a look around. I thought we were going to get to talk to everybody. This Candy-O-Matic. Let me try one. What, the durian? Oh my god, durian? Why would they have that? Let me try one. Pineapple? Okay, it's different every time. Okay. A durian candy. So durian is, that really bad fruit, the really stinky fruit. So are they gonna let us explore this whole place then? There's people everywhere. Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to like explore everywhere on the map here that's like marked. Perfect. We're gonna get a good knowledge of every character here at least. Where are we now? Does it show where we are? We're on the first floor. Fine. So we can go up here and see Darumi. We can go over and see Homa. Who's over here? Right? I think we'll bump into Shoma, sorry. Entrance hall? Is he here? Man, look at this place. Now talking to me, came to check out this area too?
Huh?
Yeah, what is it, some kind of entrance hall?
Huh.
Entrance and exit, of course. Even if we left the school from here, we still have to contend with the wall of flames. He shows up at the least opportune times. You're welcome to leave the school building at your own discretion, but there's no real point in doing so because there's not many places we can go. Where did you come from? Great drawing here of Takumi as well. As your commanding officer, it's my duty to offer guidance and support wherever and whenever you need it. I can appear wherever on the school grounds. Anyway, even if we make it past the flames, there's just a whole lot of nothing on the other side.
Hey.
What if you like to change the scenery, be my guest? So we can go for a walk, but we can't escape, is what he's saying. He's gone. How fast does he move? How does he move so fast, I should say? Don't worry about him. I found something much more interesting. Oh, of course. Let's go. Interesting how? Those machines over there, go take a look at them. Which machines? These ones here? What's so interesting about these? What are they even for? Yeah. It seems they're a special model of fire extinguisher.
Huh?
Fire extinguishers?
Aha.
That's right, I put them there here so you can use them to go exploring. Wait, so we can put out the purple flames? You again? Would you mind telling Takumi what you told me? No sooner said than done. He's so like aggressively positive, you know, in the way he speaks, even though all the stuff that's happened so far has been like quite negative, you know? During your stare, there may be times when you want to wander off the school grounds and explore the surrounding area. Can we actually do that? That's where these fire extinguishers come in. With a little help from your Hina, you can use these to temporarily put a hole in the wall and open a way forward. Whoa, wait a minute. You're saying we can actually put out the undying flames? There's nothing stopping us from using these and just getting out of here? I mean, it's only temporary, I think, right? Your pal Atsuki had the same idea, but there's nothing but ruins out there. Just ruins? You might find useful bits and pieces among the rubble, or maybe even some items you can still use in old towns. That's if the invaders don't get you first. There's invaders out there? Oh, sure, this place is crawling with them. The wall of fire is there to keep them out, remember? Not only that, but you can't be revived if you die outside the school grounds. It's a dangerous business going out the door into the unknown. That's interesting as well, yeah, because like it's almost like giving us like a hint of like a bit of freedom, but like with a leash, right? He's thinking about something. And we're a long, long way from the Tokyo residential complex here. You never make it on foot, so don't even think about it. So much for that idea. Coming up with plans to escape will only lead you to despair. I'm sure you can find a much more productive use of your time. Like focusing on protecting the school and by extension humanity for the next 99 days. And ensuring a peaceful, harmonious future. And look, the angry eyes he has on him now as well. You all want the story to have a happy ending, don't you? Oh my god. Again, it's very manipulative language, right? You want to be safe, right? You want everyone to be safe. You want to be happy, right? So beyond the wall is just ruins. At least we have hope now. Hope. We can have hope. Hajime, if there's a way to get past the flames, there's a way for us to get home. Weren't you listening just now? Siri just said we're too far away from the complex to make it on our own. I wouldn't put too much stock in anything he says. In fact, isn't it a little suspicious he went out of his way to let us know that? There must be some way to get back to the TRC. He's just hiding it from us. I do love how Otsuki is actually thinking about this stuff. He seems like a pretty thoughtful individual. Personally, I think the truth is exactly opposite of what he said. The best use of our time isn't following his orders, but finding a way home. I refuse to believe the future of humanity could possibly depend on us. We'll get out of this somehow. That's the idea I'm putting in my faith in. Sounds like Ido is determined to defy Seirei to the very end. To be honest, I can't say for sure that he's making the wrong choice. That's what makes it so hard. So we're getting a feel for their personalities and exploring this place. You look at this statue over here. Because it's very clear that Atsuki right now we know he's trying to find a way to escape, and he's trying to think about all this logically. And also I think about it in a way that's like, how do I say it? Like, think about it in a way that's like I said thoughtful, but like very, not logical even, very, like a way, like he's thinking about the way that Seirei talks in a very three-dimensional way, almost playing chess with his words rather than just like accepting them at face value. I can go out to the schoolyard from here, but there's no need for that right now. Okay. So I thought Shuma would be here, so maybe he's a little further on. Because it says he's like supposed to be right here, right? So maybe he's a little bit further on. I haven't seen him yet. I have legit not seen him at all. Unless he's like... Unless we can move like right here. And he might be like right there. Where is he? Okay. He's on the map, right? Is he hiding somewhere? Is he... Let's go. Let's just do a loop, I guess, and see if he's around here. Is he in this classroom? Doesn't seem to be. Okay. Huh. It says he's here. You know what? Maybe he is, but we just can't see him right now for some reason. Oh no, the hallway's big. There he is. Okay, I was like, the hallway's really big. Is something wrong? I'm in your way, aren't you? No, don't worry about it. I'm sorry, I should know better than to take up a valuable breathing space. By the way, I said he's playing chess with him. I hate that expression really, like, because like it's so overdone. But you know what I was trying to say? Like he's more like making moves, comparably what Seirei is saying, rather than just taking everything at face value, right? That's what I was trying to say. You're not taking up breathing space, Kanzaki. It's fine, Shuma. You're not in the way. I just wanted to talk to you. I'm warning you, talking to a feeble-minded dweeb like me will only leave you worn out and frustrated. Don't. It's okay. Not to mention how your reputation will suffer from being seen with me. Unpopularity as profound as mine might be contagious, you know. No. And who would care about that? You're really better off ignoring me like everyone else. Don't think of me as a person. Think of me as a pile of garbage that randomly makes noises every now and then. Let's not speak about ourselves that way at all. I kind of spaced out partway through what he was saying. I think it boiled down to don't talk to me though. Yeah. Oh my god, look at the height difference. It's crazy. He is so down on himself. It's crazy. And it's definitely not nice to hear anyone talk about themselves in that way, right? It's definitely not nice to hear anyone talk about themselves in that way. We can go to the boys' bathroom and see what it's like. Even though there's nothing we actually have to do. Very clean, right? Very clean. Not dirty, at least. I guess no one's been using it as much, but like, even though so, like, you know, is there something here? It's just a window, right? Yeah, clean enough. And then we have to go to... That's the cafeteria. So whereabouts is... The Rumi's on the first floor. So she's... in the strange room. So let's keep going until we see a strange room. Very excited to talk to the Rumi. I like the Rumi a lot. At first I was very worried about how I'd get along with her. But I'm actually at a stage now where I think she's hilarious. And not only hilarious, but like kind of... Oh, with the boys back from south. Okay. Classroom. But very adorable as well in some ways, you know what I mean? I think she's like a very comedic take on like the like a over the top like you know, Danganronpa fan in a way, where it's like she's like, well, she loves killing games and loves. Oh, it's right here. Okay, you know what I mean? It's like obviously it's not that's what not Danganronpa fans are like, but like she is like played all those games. She loves those type of genres, and like she's like really just like saying to like the audience like wink wink nudge nudge, you know, which is super fun. The laugh.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, it's you, Darumi. What are you doing alone in the dark here? Aren't the lights working? Looks like they're not, but it's cool. I actually prefer it this way, yeah? The real world's a little too bright for me. Hard, bright, and violent. Sometimes just getting through it is a real drain. I don't know about that. For me, spending all day in this kind of darkness would probably be much worse. Can we talk to you, Darumi? It's really starting to sink in. Being immortal is such a tragic fate. Look, here's the thing. She doesn't want to die. She wants to die in a blaze of glory that will be in like a very entertaining way for her, like a killing game. Dying to bring everyone together, dying to provide a moment of gratuitous gore, dying to finally be free of the pain. All these objects have been taken away from you. Yeah, exactly. And this is okay. All of these have happened in Danganronpa. All of these, every single one of these, and she's talking about the way she wants this to happen. Crazy. What gives? Whoever's behind this was going to kidnap us anyway. Forcing us to do a killing game is the least they could do. She's out of her mind. Out of her mind. But we gotta love her, you know what I mean? We have to. Pods scare me so much because they like, they're either preservation or they're like some virtual reality stuff. Sure, there's a lot of fancy equipment here. I wonder what it all does. I've seen it in movies and stuff. Like she has like a very cute design as well, right? You climb inside the pod, fire it up, and your consciousness is transported to another world. Like virtual reality? They're so advanced you get to leave your old life behind and live in the world tailored to your whims. I wish I had one of these at home. That sounds a little too good to be true. Looks like this one's broken though. Just like me. I've tried every button and switch that I could find and it won't turn on. Were you saying you're broken? That's quite sad. I'm sure we're gonna find out more about her in the main game as well. But it's very sad, you know, talking about yourself in this way is also too. But the way she said it was almost like an afterthought. So she's been thinking about this for a bit, but maybe she doesn't want to bring it up directly yet. Is it okay for us to be touching stuff without really knowing what it does? Of course not. I just told you the damn thing's broken, didn't I? Well, why is she so angry all of a sudden? Unless I can get Suri to fix this, escaping into a perfect fantasy world is going to be just that, a fantasy. Now she's crying. I can't keep up with this girl's mood swings. More importantly, is this machine really broken? I can't tell myself. I guess I'll take Tarumi's word for it, yeah? Interesting reaction she had there as well, and I have no problem... like I'm not gonna get upset with someone like, you know, giving a little shout at you, you know, especially when they're a little upset, you know, it happens sometimes. But it seemed like to me when we talked about the idea of maybe there's two things you could take that as, and again I don't want to dwell too deep until she lets us know what's happening there as the twins. The first thing you could say is that like we talked about touching machine that she already told us was not working, and she tried everything and we didn't take her word for it, and she got very aggressive with us. Like, I told you it was broken. There's another thing where it's like either like doing something without someone's permission or something like this as well is another thing you take that to as well. But there's something that upset her there, and I don't think I want to like read into too much yet because it could be a very personal thing to her, but also at the same time, I think there is a situation there where like her shouting at us isn't just shouting us for the sake of shouting. You know what I mean? I didn't get the vibe of like, I have the energy to shout at you, so I'm just going to do it, right? I've never gotten that vibe from Darumi so far. How are you guys doing?
Huh?
Hello again, Mr. Sumino. Do you have a moment? Always. What's up? I'm sure you're thinking this is a stupid question, but you're from the Tokyo Residential Complex, aren't you? Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah! Of course, the same for everyone else until a few days ago. We were all living there. But in this strange none of us ever met before, apart from me and my dear brother. Interesting point, Kako.
Huh?
No, it seems natural enough to me. I mean, Complex is big place. Okay, so it's not like everyone knows each other. I see, it doesn't bother you at all? What was all that about? Those two just keep getting weirder. I mean, there's clearly something on their mind about this then as well, right? If they're thinking to themselves that why haven't we seen each other? Like, they expected to see us, right? Apart from me and my dear brother. I know the complex is a big place, but it's only maybe it's only natural that we don't know each other. But doesn't it bother you at all? Like, I think I get what they're saying in a way, right? If you're living in a complex that is a big place, but is like, again, at the same time, you know, maybe it's small enough that you would know each other. Where are we going? Training room? Okay. Maybe you wouldn't know each other, but there is a good chance that you would be like, oh, you're Takumi, whatever. And then you're like say if you're Shoma Ginza, right? Again, I'm getting these names wrong because, again, guys, it's, I'm sorry, 1 second. I'm going to look at the pro cards again. I keep getting the names wrong. Because, again, it's because I'm playing, like, obviously it takes a while to get to all the names. So it's like Takumi Suno, what was it? Shoma Ginzaki. Sorry, Shoma Ginzaki. But yeah, it's, oh, you're Shoma Ginzaki. And it's like, even if you wouldn't know who they are, there's a good chance you would be like, oh, well, I know your cousin. Oh, I know, are you the Gonzagas from this street? I know your mother. You know what I mean? You'd think you know that at least, you know? To some extent, anyway. This room, it said training room on the door, but it looks more like a video game arcade. How are you supposed to train in here? Upgrade class weapon, what? Looks like something from an old video game arcade. How are we supposed to train with this? So this is actually something we can actually do. Hello, Takamaru. How are you doing? Takamaru so far is a character who is, seems to have like a very nurturing soul, even if he is a bit aggressive. He needs to calm down sometimes, but he seems like he has some nurturing soul under him, and it seems he just gets embarrassed a bit by, you know, people calling out his, aggressive nature, or maybe even questioning his, logic sometimes. Hey, Takumi, have you been checking out this place too, right? Yeah, a little. The more I see of it, the less I like it. Who's in charge of the decor here? There ain't a shred of class in this whole damn school. Where's the leopard print sofas, the hot pink drapes, the gilded doorknobs? Is that so much to ask? I mean, if you like that design, is that the idea of class? I mean, if he likes it, he likes it. You know, that's his idea of a good design. This is a really cool room as well, though. Very neat. It wouldn't be fun. Like, I don't like playing video games in a lot of bright lights. I have like one light usually I would have on if it's like a bit, you know, you want to get a bit moodier with games. But I'm not much of a bright lighted person while playing video games. All these machines just look like arcade games to me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Didn't show up last time. Remarkable, sir. You picked the best ones in the house. You clearly have impeccable taste. Stop jumping out at me like that. This is the Academy's state-of-the-art VR training machine. I'm using your actual muscles and getting all sweaty. It's just so last century, am I right? That's why they developed these machines to help you hone your skills using just your neural impulses and our cutting-edge technology. I don't get it. Will playing a game really help us? Your homenia gets stronger the more you use it, just like your muscles and brain. And your baloney pony. Your baloney pony? What's a baloney pony? You should consider dropping by to train when you're off duty. You can get some friends together to get a group session. I wonder if that's like a hangout part? Just keep in your pants where the ladies are present, okay? I don't think you have to say that. Takumi's like a very respectful and nice person. I don't think you have to say that to Takumi whatsoever. What's in my pants is none of your business, you little pervert. Tell him. Tell him, Takumi. Tell him. Tell him. VR training. I got to admit it. I'm kind of curious about it. Maybe I'll give it a try later. Yeah, it could be fun. It could be fun. Can we give it a try now? These VR training machines used to be hone our battle skills apparently. Will playing the game really make us stronger? Maybe I'll give it a try later. So we're going later with this. Okay. What's this? This explains how the machines in training room work. Did Takamaru even read this? It's like a user manual. Okay. The more I see the school, the less I like it. Who's in charge of the decor? Oh, yeah, same thing as before. Okay, very cool. I think that's 3 more rooms left. So the 3 rooms we're going to then are going to be, we're going to meet Gaku up here. We're Tsubasa here. Sare's up here in the war room. And then we have Hiroko Shizuhara in the defense room. Okay, so we have actually like quite a bit of ground to cover here. I actually do like the music here as well. And I feel like it's the music, like it's... Music in games is always important, right? We talk about how more important music is all the time when we play games on this channel. But I feel like, you know, it's like the art of like making a game, like a soundtrack or a song on a soundtrack, like be perfect for different situations. And I'm probably gonna have to hear this track 1,000,001 times as I'm playing this game. So like the fact that it's actually really, really nice helps a lot. And it's easy on the ears. Boys' bathroom. There's the bathroom wherever we go here. This is a cool, like, thing, though, with the, like, screens on the stuff as well. Like, there's defense room. Defense room? So, this is where we'll find Shizuhara. Actually, you know what? Let's go in order of, like, no, we're here now. Let's go here. I was gonna say let's go in order or something, but no, we'll just talk to everybody. And what you're doing here is actually really cool. Oh my god. Holy hell, it's like inside the school. What in the... Surprisingly stately door in the middle of the otherwise nonsensical looking space, defiantly blocking the way forward. The hallways and classrooms of the school were all pretty strange, but this all put them to shame. It wasn't so much the door itself that was out of place, but in front of it, the fire. And you're just standing here? You're okay with this? I was just gonna say before we saw this, us going around the school is a great introduction to the characters, but also a great introduction to, great introduction to the school and the locations, but I think it's also like a way of like introducing ourselves deeper to the characters and how they feel about certain situations. Even if it's only a small tidbit of what they say about these rooms, you get to know their personalities as well. And already, good example, she's not afraid. She seems to be not afraid at all. This is a terrifying situation. Tell me, what was it made you decide to fight after all? So she's thinking about this. Well, once Saray started talking about people we care about being in danger, it didn't feel like I had much of a choice. And we're thinking about Katawa and our mother and father and stuff like this as well. So you did it to protect those close to you? How very normal. I think it's a pretty good reason. Normal, yeah, I guess so. Well, she didn't say bad, she said normal. How about you, Hiroko? We're not talking about me here. But it was okay for her to ask. It was okay for her to ask me? Maybe I should try a different approach. Yeah, she's very cold and standoffish as well. Then can you tell me how you got so strong? You're clearly on a whole different level compared to the rest of us. I mean, in that battle, I did that so easily the second time around because of her. It's nothing so remarkable, really. With things as they are now, I prefer not to talk about it. So she's like very closed off. She's like, look, none of your business. What do you mean with things as they are now? I said I don't want to talk about it. Look at the stare we're getting too. She shut me down again. It's hard to work getting anything out of this girl. I probably shouldn't press her any further. I definitely don't want to end up on her bad side. And also, yeah. And also, like, if someone like is definitely showing you signs that they don't want to talk, the best thing to do is, even if it's about not getting on her bad side or good side, just leave them. I guess leave them be. She said like as things as they are now. Does she feel like maybe we're gonna die very soon? And like she feels like, well, no, because we can't die. Then I wonder if she means maybe she wants to get closer to people, or maybe she doesn't see a reason to get closer to people. This music's great too. This door looks pretty solid. More importantly, that weird fire in front of it. They're undying flames. I thought so, but why are they here inside the school? That would be my reaction to Takumi. Look at him, Takumi. He's sweating bullets. To stop anyone from opening this door, I imagine. If that's that one, then yeah, whatever's behind this door is the thing we're fighting to protect from the invaders. So we found it. Okay, this is it. That makes sense. Right behind this door is something we could wipe out humanity in the wrong hands. I wonder what it is. You think we'll ever find it? The fact that our character's shivering, it's so nervous about this is so relatable. Because like I would be also in this state at this time. We could try breaking down the door ourselves, but that may prove difficult. Convincing the others to join the fight with Saray will tell us the truth. So Saray will tell us the truth. Seems like a more efficient choice to me. I don't think convincing them will be that easy. This kind of decision is something they have to come on their own. On their own. You're still thinking like a civilian. You need to toughen up, or we'll end up in the worst possible scenario. What do you mean? I love Takumi's facial expressions. Let's just say it's in everyone's best interest to get the others onto the battlefield with the rest of us. By any means necessary. She's serious about this. It sounds like she has something in mind already. She wouldn't force them to fight against her will, would she? I mean, it sounds like she has a plan. We may not know each other very long, but I can definitely imagine Hiroko taking a hardline approach to anyone who refuses to do what she says. There's something about her that radiates authority, leaving no room for argument. I can see that. I can see the idea of someone, like, she does have the ability to shut people down very quickly, or at least like she has no problem, like the way she talks, like all the stuff she says, even though she's like arguing with you, sounds like the end of a conversation of someone, like, getting the last laugh, even if you argue back with her. Like she'll say, like, it's kind of like someone being like, you stink. Well, you're ugly, and that's the end of it. And it's like, it sounds like it all the time. Not that she would say that, not that anyone said that, yeah, not that, they wouldn't, but it's kind of like the end of the end of the argument every time she says something. It's very stern. It's, as you said, very authoritative. Like, it feels that way. But we also found this now as well, so this is what we're trying to defend. Yeah, she's very, strong-willed. What the hell is this? A dungeon? Maybe it's going to open up later in the game. This game runs really well. So we have the classroom here, but we're looking for, well, first of all, we're looking for the infirmary and the war room. No, we're not here. I don't think it shows us the map itself, does it? Oh, hello. How are you doing, buddy? Oh man, I gotta get out of here. I can't wait 100 days. What's work gonna say about this? I just can't take 100 days off without nowhere. They'll fire me for sure. And again, he was talking about like being down in his luck when it comes to money. And now he's talking about like losing his job, which is a very, real thing for everyone. The idea of like, if you have, especially if financial troubles, you can't just afford to like lose your job. Huh? Oh, you have a job? What is this hard to believe? You saying I'm so poor, I'm probably too stupid to find work. No, nobody said that. It's very, very clearly someone has made you feel insecure about the way you earn money or how much you earn. That's definitely not happening here. Don't look down at me, Mr. Mitch Richardson. Or if you're gonna look down at me, do it by giving me money. Honestly, pretty based, right? Like, if you're gonna insult me for being poor and for being down on my luck, at least freaking give me some money for it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, while this is like, him saying like, it's actually like, I actually respect him so much to be like, hey, if you're gonna, not that we're doing this, but if you're gonna insult me, give me money. I think it's also the case of like, someone has made him feel that he is less, and maybe it is a societal thing sometimes, you know what I mean? I think it is. But something has made him feel this way. And like, I don't even think, I don't know how much Takumi's family makes or was making. Their house seemed pretty nice. You know what I mean? You can't judge it like that. But I'm not going to judge anyone by what like money they make. More, I guess, like who they are as a person, You don't have to get offended at everything I say. Besides, my family's not even all that rich. Not all that rich, he says. Listen, you call yourself comfortable or middle class or whatever. It won't change the fact that we live in totally different worlds. Look at the facial expression. If I don't work, I don't get paid. And if I don't get paid, there's kids back home who go, kids? You support your family on your own? Are you serious? What, you feeling sorry for me now? Huh? Good, you should. My regular life is hard enough already. Bringing me here on top of that is overkill. It's unfair, right? You think so too, don't you? Can't you talk to Siri and get him to send me home? There's gotta be an exemption for special family circumstances. It's the law. I should be sent home right now. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't see it happening. I know, but it's worth a try, right? I mean, yeah. 100% reasonable reaction to wanting to go home. Even if I am stuck here, I'm not fighting anyone. I ain't no battle maniac. I just want to get through this without getting hurt. Once Gaku gets going, he just keeps working himself more and more. I should probably leave him to tire himself out. Honestly, like, I would love dearly if we could break down that barrier that he has over him and maybe have a conversation about like why he's feeling this way. And we know it's because he clearly is supporting his family. He's, worried about them not making any money back home. He has a resentment towards people that probably make more money, which is manifested not only in a resentment towards really rich people, but people who are comfortable or people who are, as he said, middle class. Which, again, is a societal thing sometimes where people will be kind of like, where people will feel like the people to blame are sometimes like anyone who has like, extra cash or whatever. When there is definitely things to blame, for the circumstances. Like, no one should have to be like this way where they're like worried terribly, when's the next paycheck coming? Are we gonna be able to afford food or whatever? No one should have to worry about that whatsoever. And it's very horrible to think that anyone should have to worry about this. And, there's enough for everyone in the world. There really is. And I that's why I'm not getting too angry at him, because it's very clear that, like, even though he was kind of rude to us and he was kind of very weird about some stuff he said earlier, it's very clearly coming from a space that is psychologically hurt in some ways. Something happened in his life and keeps happening in his life, and it's clear that he's doing like a lot of hard work. He's paranoid about losing money and not making money. There's something there that's making him feel this way, and I don't feel, and it's the same with all the characters in this game right now, I don't feel like Like, if they say something I disagree with, I will always go up against them, but I just don't feel like scolding them, like, in ways, because I'm just like, you know, there's going to be... We're going to learn more about their personalities, but right now all I'm getting is a lot of, like, deeper things that are, like, you can see inklings of that seem to be, like, inner hurt, right? There's, in most of these characters we talked to already. Where are we go? We're going to go this way, I guess? Like, it's very clear he has, like, valid reasons to, be very upset. Now, obviously, we did the stuff he said before. We said it before. We disagree with some of the stuff he said, like, about, like, in the, like, 2 episodes ago. I said that as well, if you remember I said that. But obviously, I'm just talking about, like, man, there's something about all these characters that, you know, there's, like, I need to know more about them. I need to. And it's, like, they're, how do I say it without sounding, like, really rude? It's very clear that they have, like, a lot of, like, stuff they're carrying with them that's making them, no, not all of them, I would say as well. Like for, like, Tsubasa, like, we don't really know what's happening there yet. We don't even have an inkling yet. But we just talked to Darumi earlier, and it's clearly something that's bothering her as well. You know, Shizuharu as well. You know, you don't just become who you are overnight, right? It's your personality is developed through experiences and you know, interactions and environment and all this stuff. So, like, it's very interesting to, like, think about where they're all coming from. I don't know. Hey there, Sumina, how's your exploration of the campus going? If you need help or advice with anything, feel free to let me know. Don't think of me as some commanding officer. Think of me as as your friend. A friend who commands respect and dictates your every mood, but in a fun way. That's called the dictator. Yep. He's got some nerve acting friendly after forcing us into this messed up situation. Whose side is he on anyway? Does he care about saving humanity like he says, or does he have some kind of ulterior motive? Definitely has some kind of ulterior motive, right, in the end. This music as well, by the way. Oh, did you come here for another explanation of what your Harmonia can do? This power is the key to your success and survival here at the Academy. It's worth your while to have a firm grasp on the basics. Sure? The Hemotrophic Infusion Blades, you all carry infuses for short, are the pinnacle of human achievement and ingenuity. When you stab into your heart, a miraculous power flows into your body, transforming your regular blood into a superhuman hemonema. By harnessing that power, and shaping it into a physical form, you all gain access to your class armor and class weapons. A class weapon is a manifestation of your own innate strengths. Each one is just as unique as you are. Activating your Hemonia for the first time should also have you unlocked your specialist skills. These are additional abilities with a wide array of applications. Learning to use the strategy will make you better fighters than ever. But how does it all do that? What is the actual process behind? Don't get so hung up on the details. Surrender to the heat of battle. Yell, I am thou. Ora, 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 or something, and just go with it. So that's like a Persona reference and a JoJo reference.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my totally comprehensive explanation. If there's anything else you don't understand, you should probably resign yourself to remaining ignorant. Okay, fair enough. But if this power is so miraculous or whatever, why give it to regular students like us? Why are we chosen? All will be made clear when you convince the whole group to join the fight, but not before. Guess I should have seen that coming. One more thing. While you're here, want me to go over the Undying Flames again? The wall of fire outside protects the school from a lot of threats, but will hurt you just as bad if you get too close. Sure, why not? Yeah, go ahead. True to their name, the Undying Flames never run out of fuel and can't be smothered or extinguished by ordinary means. However, the flames only affect organic matter. They don't damage surrounding buildings or rocks or anything. Okay, so they don't hurt you. They only hurt humans and living things. If you and your friends were to drive a car through it, and it'd only be the people inside that would get burned to a crisp. That's interesting, so it can't even protect from it. They ignore regular physics and run their own rules. Are they magic or something? The Undying Flames barrier has a radius of a little over half a mile, with the Academy at the very center. The wall itself is 30 feet thick, blocking out even the most powerful of invaders. Or at least, that was the case. More recently, the enemy has developed a special means of getting through. Okay, yeah. Lucky for us, the flames can sense them coming and are about to shift the school into defense mode when they do. At the same time, an alarm is set off to let you all know of it's time for battle. So when the alarm goes off, the enemy is already underway. The invaders always leave a day or two in between attacks. It's my guess that their means of getting through the flames take time to prepare or recharge. We haven't been able to deduce any consistent patterns, though, so you should assume the next attack could come at any time. One more thing. The wall only goes so high, but there's no danger of anything flying in. If the flames sense something trying to pass over them, they'll form a fiery hand and drag the intruder right back down again. Wow, okay. So they actually are like, this music is insane. But it's very, again, it's a very Kodaka game style song, right?
Uh-huh.
The Undying Flame will act with a will of its own to keep the school safe. That's your list of things to be grateful for. I can ask any numerous questions I know, but I doubt I get any answers. I've got no choice but to accept that this is the way things are now. Technically, the fiery hand has a limited range too, so coming in from space might be possible.
Hey.
Well, so as long as the enemy doesn't think of that, we should be fine. All right, you've made it very clear now how we'll defend this place. What we want to know is, what's this all for? Why are we protecting here? He won't let us know until we get everyone joining. I told you before, I didn't know, didn't I? You'll learn that once you get the non-fighters to start fighting. That's what he said. He said it before, and honestly, we have to resign ourselves to the fact. So like, the idea that like it only destroys organic matter is very interesting to me because like even like it's that makes sense. Like it's this magical thing, but like not even like it's not that it can't burn through cars or other materials. It just legitimately can't. It can. It just won't affect it. It'll just go through it. It's very, very interesting. I want to say as well about I was talking earlier about talking to characters and like giving everyone the benefit of the doubt. That only goes so far, as always, as you guys know. As we know, we called out a lot of characters before. We called out characters in this game. And in Danganronpa and in other playthroughs I do, we will call out characters if they say something rude. But what I'm saying is, I will always like want to get to know some of the characters, depending on what they've done or how they act, you know what I mean? Because like, if they've done something horrible or they do something bad, or they get to a stage where they're just like someone I just can't defend personally, obviously then that's different. But I still, at this point in time, want to learn more about every single character and why they are the way that they are, right? Even if some of them are very weird, some of them are very rude to me. Some of them, and yeah, like you said, we called them out for saying weird stuff before as well, and we will do it again. That's a large monitor. Did it show our battle yesterday? What's this over here? What's this machine here? It looks important. That controls the school's central defense system. It's the core of the entire Last Defense Academy experience. Without this, there's no early warning system, no defensive barrier, no automatic battle prep, no nothing. It controls battle functions like defense mode and radar, along with more everyday stuff like electricity and water supply. It's a true supercomputer that'll keep all aspects of the school up and running without any need for extra engineers or maintenance staff. It's all completely automatic, huh? Oh, I can tell what you're thinking. If it's all automatic, what do we need Saray for? But my role is here just as important as the computers. No one can motivate you to affect your morale like I can. He's right about that, but not in the way he thinks. Yeah, it's a very different motivation. Okay. So now we have to check on Tsubasa, which I'm actually very, very excited to check on. Infirmary. Infirmaries also scare me from Danganronpa. Jesus Christ. This is an infirmary? This must be the infirmary? But when I think of infirmary, this definitely isn't the kind of room that comes to mind. Yeah, exactly. Although I guess that could apply to any part of the school. This machine. That's it, yeah, the thing that picked up Darumi. It's the same flying coffin that rescued Darumi for the battlefield, so they called it corpse recovery something. When a member of the special defense... sorry I didn't get to talk to you. I should have clicked on you first, Tsubasa. When a member of the special defense unit dies in action, the corpse body recovery drone will automatically retrieve their body. That's what the manual says anyway. Tsubasa so far is like the most like, and I think a lot, like I would say so, the most like normal maybe. Apart, maybe not, maybe there's other, yeah, I don't know. Because I don't want to call anyone like too weird, because there's characters who are normal, right? But I feel like her reactions have been like very relatable as well. It's all completely automatic, huh? Seems like it. When the school's defense system detects one of us died, well, it sounds so creepy saying that out loud. Anyway, when that happens, it launches a drone to find the body and brings it back to the infirmary. And once it gets here, you see that big machine over there? According to this, it's called a Revive-O-Matic. It's got data on all of us right down to the genetic code. It cross-references those records to figure out who's in the pod. From there, it uses some kind of ultra-complicated process to reconstruct the body back to its original state, and then we're alive again, just like that. Why does it have to verify the victim is first, though? Maybe so our enemies can't use the machine if it falls into their hands? So possibly gets a chance to show her serious side when the machines are involved. Yeah, it's something she's good at, right? And that's like what's going to be so interesting about all the characters. They're all going to have like their own strengths and weaknesses, right? This sure is amazing tech. I still can't figure out what the exact mechanism is used to instill life back into a body. And she's so interested in this as well, right? Mechanics, her area of expertise. I'm not satisfied writing off as just a hominia did it. That makes it sound more like magic than real technology. Honestly, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, the idea of her like trying to find out the real answer behind this. While we're on the subject, Hemomina itself is pretty fishy. It's supposed to infuse their blood with a special power, right? But how does that do that exactly? I love she's asking all these questions. Maybe we'll find out more about it someday. Unless me and the other holdouts agree to fight too. Sorry, but there's no way that's happening. Look, I'm not going to try and force you in this way anyway. Or anyway. But I know that someone's got something planned for you. Seriously, who is in charge of picking the members of this unit? What kind of criteria did you use to fix on us? Something tells me the only way we find out is to keep fighting. Just keep going in circles here. Yeah. Oh, again, I missed talking to her. I feel bad about that. I would have loved to have talked to her beforehand too.
Hey there, troops! How's your tour of the campus going?
And what we're saying is true, and it's like if it's very painful to think about if you were in this position. The idea of we won't find out any answers unless everyone fights. We don't want to fight because we don't have all the answers, right? It's terrifying, obviously, at the same time.
I figure it's about time you met back up and compared notes. Report to the cafeteria immediately.
Sure thing. I'm not too crazy about dropping everything to do what he says, but I've pretty much finished looking around anyway. Guess I'll head back to the cafeteria. Yeah, that's a pity. I wish I got to talk to his boss there because they have extra dialogue if you talk to them beforehand. At least everyone has so far. What a great design cast. So what did you think? Have you fallen in love with the place yet? Is it wonderful? You want to spend the rest of your lives here? There's no way we'd feel that good about it. Well, if you don't like it, just tough it out. 100 days isn't all that long, and there's more important things at stake than your own personal comfort. Why even ask if you're ultimately going to discount our opinions? You may have not noticed some features that aren't available yet, but don't worry, it's all part of my roadmap of staggered content releases, okay? I'll reveal more of the school's facilities little by little, so you'll always have something new to look forward to and motivate yourself going forward. Be more specific. Exactly how do you intend us to spend our time here when we're not fighting? All right, we are a school after all. You probably expected some kind of curriculum and proper schedule? But we don't have one here. Surprise! Oh my god, this face. Actually kind of cute. That's the only time I'll ever say that looks cute. No schedule? Unless there's an invader attack like the one yesterday, you're free to spend your time however you see fit. So is there gonna be free time? So we don't gotta do classes or nothing? Shit, man. You should have led with that. Don't tell me you're actually buying into this. It's not like we can leave. Might as well make the most of it while we're here. I think it's too early to say there's no way for us to leave. Ada's also like incredibly normal too, but I want to learn more about him as well. If you want to find a way out so bad, do it yourself. You're just gonna chicken out and run away from a fight anyway. See this tension that's here too? Pitting everyone against each other, and it's working very well. Now, settle down, agency friends fight. No, you want this. I know you want this. It's your fault we're so on edge. Yes. You've all been raised in different environments and had different life experiences. Naturally, you all have your own values and priorities. Each one of you is unique as a snowflake, and that's okay. We're all about diversity, or a little difference in opinion now and then is inevitable. With this cast, it's going to be more than the difference of opinion. There's going to be many different opinions. Again, your fault we even need to have the discussion. She's right. She is right. It's one of the situations where it's like, yes, you're the reason we're here.
Yeah.
Having settled that, no matter what your feelings on the matter, all of you are going to have to fight the invaders sooner or later. Sorry, I sound like a broken record, but this war will decide the fate of humanity itself. Abstaining is not an option, so how are we going to make people join, though? While this school stands, there's still every chance of a bright future. But if the school falls, so does mankind. The invaders will massacre every last one of you, and then they'll move on to your loved ones. He's being very aggressive about this as well, isn't he? And of course, we're thinking back to Katawa, our mother, our father. Each one of you has something in your life worth fighting for. It only makes sense for you to work to keep all of them safe. I can't have you wasting your time and energy on pesky moral dilemmas. Clear your minds and banish all doubts from your heart. As humanity's last line of defense against invaders, you're about to become the very embodiment of hope. Hope? You've got to be kidding me. This is more like despair. Oh my god. Yeah, they don't shy away from the references at all. Oh? You're forcing us to participate in this war without telling us the whole story behind it. Who knows what else you might be keeping for us. This music as well. Super slick. Saving humanity sounds like a worthy case, but we got no guarantee that's really what we'd be doing. And for the thing we're supposed to protect, if it even exists, how do we know it's not actually something more dangerous than the invaders? Not to mention the whole Animania. We know next to nothing about this weird power, and you want us to pump our bodies full of it? So he's been thinking about all of this stuff, very inquisitive about all the nitty-gritty stuff of this. Until the guest master does not believe me a single word that comes out of your mouth. We've been over this before, man. He said he'd only tell us if you guys agree to fight. I can't agree to fight until I hear the whole truth. Yeah, it's a cycle. There it is. It's literally a cycle. We're going around in circles so much it's making me dizzy. We won't make any progress like this. Alright, if it's the truth you want, that's what you'll get? What? I'll tell you everything? You going to tell us just like that?
No.
I never meant to keep the truth from you all for that long. I was using it as a bargaining chip to motivate you, but looks like that plan backfired. At this point, I can only salvage your trust in me by giving you the full story. What? You really tell us the truth, the whole truth? And nothing but the truth, or at least I'd like to, but this isn't the kind of decision I can make on my own. Let's say we table discussion until tomorrow. So there are more people involved in this than just you? We'll expect you to tell us about them too. I'm sure you will. I'll run past the higher-ups. If I tell them this is the best way to get you to fight, they'll probably go for it. Although, so there are higher-ups as well, although I might have to talk to you individually instead of telling everyone all at once. I'll do whatever I can. Come find me in the war room tomorrow morning, and I'll let you know what the brass says.
Hey.
I've got a lot to do, so I'll call it a day here. See you tomorrow, bright and early. Wait, what is happening here? With a cheery wave and a stubby little arm, Saturday disappeared. Never thought again the truth would be this easy. But he still has to discuss it with the people in charge, right? He can come back tomorrow and say they shut down the idea down. I hope you're all ready if you learn the truth tomorrow, because I have no more excuses to stay on the sidelines. No excuses. We'll see what happens after we hear what Saray has to say. We can all talk it out and decide the best course of action then. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god. You're right. We can decide on anything until we know what's really going on. You're hilarious, Mr. Moroku. You clearly have no intention of fighting no matter what happens tomorrow. I love his smile. I do. I know, it's such a charming design. Shut up. I bet you don't either. There's even bickering amongst the people that aren't fighting. You know what I mean? With nothing more to discuss, we left the cafeteria and headed back to our rooms. They're forcing us to go back to our rooms? I mean, that means there's probably like some story stuff that's happening tomorrow. Big story stuff. Tomorrow morning, Saray would tell us the whole truth. I can't even imagine what it might be. Have fun on Legend of Zelda, Lord Valoran. Who gathered us all here? What are we fighting for? I can only hope everything will make sense once we know that. Ding dong bing bong?
Howdy, soldiers.
Oh my
It's
god,
time
the
to
night
hit
hat.
hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Those messages are going to be the bane of our whole life, aren't they? So there's a nighttime announcement too, just like the morning one. I thought it would be a much longer road to learning the truth, but hopefully by this time tomorrow, we'll know everything we need to know. It probably won't be the end of our problems, but it'll probably be a step forward. At any rate, there's no use us worrying about it anymore today. I'll discuss it with others once we've heard from Saray. For now, the only thing I can do is wait for tomorrow to come. With nothing else to do, I decided to call it a day. I got into bed as soon I was soon fast asleep. Oh, Kadoa, wait. What? Are we dreaming about Kadoa? Oh my god, look, she's so small. She has so many bandages on her.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Don't cry.
Baby Takumi, look at the size of his eyes. What happened to her?
If you keep crying like that, your daddy will get sad too. And he won't be able to go to heaven.
Oh my god, what happened? These poor babies. We were only in kindergarten back then. Kado's dad had just died. He and Kado were driving over to her mom's research lab when it happened, so that's why all the bandages are for. The car crash that changed her life. A security alert had sounded and suddenly people were scrambling around trying to get to the nearest shelter. Kado's dad swerved to avoid someone and well, the car was almost entirely destroyed. Oh my god. That is horrible. Her dad leaned over from the driver's seat to shield her from the impact right at the last second. By some miracle he made it in time and Kadoa survived. But her father wasn't so lucky. After the funeral, Kadoa was inconsolable. She just sat there and cried. There was nothing I could do.
My daddy's...
Jesus.
I'll never
Poor
see him
thing.
again.
This would have been one. This, like, going through this I can only imagine how horrible it is. Especially so young. Your lack of understanding about the world, and even when you do understand, even when you do, like, you are an adult, it's still difficult. It's so hard. Oh my god, she's breaking my heart. Poor Karawa.
Karawa? Don't cry anymore, okay? I know your daddy's gone, but I'll be your daddy from now on, so
What?
you don't have to be sad.
Takumi. And like, by the way, coming from a child, that is like the most adorable thing I've ever heard.
You're too little, Taki. You can't be a daddy.
But it's such a sweet thing to say, right? The intent behind it, you know?
Maybe, but I'm just glad you're okay, Karawa. That your daddy protected you.
Yeah, and look, it calmed her down a bit as well because it was such a like a cute and funny thing to say as well, you know?
But I'm not okay.
Yeah, definitely not at the moment.
I got this big cut
Oh,
right across my tummy.
very tough, Karawa.
The doctors say it's gonna leave a scar. It'll never go away. Not even when I'm a grown-up.
Right. And it's always going to remind her then, you know? And it's horrible.
I bet no one will want to marry a girl with a
Oh,
big,
no, don't think
ugly
like that.
scar like this.
And of course, like, she's only a little baby. Like, Jesus Christ, don't worry about that. Takumi's going to marry you when he's older. So.
Then, when we grow up,
Oh.
I'll marry you.
Oh my God.
By then, I won't be too little anymore.
That is so sweet. That is so sweet, Takumi. I put all my stocks in this boy, and he was always a sweet boy.
Huh?
That is so sweet.
I'll marry you
That is
someday,
so
Karawa.
sweet.
Then you'll never have to be
Oh
alone.
my God.
I'll always be there to protect you.
I when I say I put all my stocks, I knew this boy was sweet. He was sweet ever since he was little.
You'll protect
Adorable.
Yeah. Now that your daddy's gone, I'll keep you
And just,
safe
I thought the
instead.
promise he made was like when they were in the
So
when they were.
please, don't cry.
This was the bigger promise he made.
Whatever happens, I'll
Oh
protect
my
you.
God.
Karawa. No matter what.
He would die for this gal.
I promise.
Adorable. So adorable.
Taki.
And calling him Taki as well, by the way.
Thank you. I
Oh.
think I'm going to be all right now.
What a sweet. And this is what this. These games can be so crazy and off the wall, but they have some of the sweetest interactions, you know what I mean? Like this is what Kodaka's actually good at as well. These beautiful moments.
You promised. So you gotta do it. Okay?
Oh my God, my heart. That's right, I made a promise to protect Karawa no matter what. I'm not about to break that promise to keep Karawa safe. I have to keep fighting. And I'll fight. I have to fight. 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 What the hell? Waking up in a cold sweat as well. So we have this, like, not only just this motivation because she really adores Karawa, but also this promise that was made when he was so young. After something so traumatic happened to her. I jolted right up in the bed, throwing up the covers in a panic. My whole body was drenched in sweat. Just such a sweet, you know what I mean? Such a beautiful and sweet scene, a sad scene amongst a sea of like craziness, brutality. It stands out so well. And that's the same thing that happens in Danganronpa. Those beautiful scenes stand out so well. You know? They're like one lone beautiful thing in a sea of like burning chaos. And that's why they stand out so well. Not a nightmare, a memory, a childhood memory of Karawa and me. I totally forgotten about that time. Why did I dream about it all of a sudden? I wonder what Karawa's doing right now. She probably hasn't stopped worrying ever since I disappeared. That'd be just like her. Kind of think of what does everyone back in the residential complex think happened to me? And this is all coming to him so quickly, right? It's like a sudden rush of like, because you probably when you're like so scared and like so in the moment, you're not thinking about this stuff as deeply. And then it hits you, right? Are they treating me as a missing person or did they assume I died in that monster track? And he's thinking about all this stuff as well. Yeah, racing through his mind. I have to worry about that too.
Huh?
I'm wide awake now. I'm so sweaty. It's not even close to morning yet. Maybe I'll step outside for some fresh air. Not a bad idea. Clear your mind a bit. But I think that would actually be like a good place to end the video here then, guys. That scene was absolutely beautiful. And like I said, like it's a contrast to like what we see constantly. And again, I compare it to Danganronpa because it clearly wants to be compared to Danganronpa in a lot of ways. And And those beautiful moments that happen here and the beautiful moment that happened there, like already, it doesn't feel out of place. It just feels like it's such a beautiful contrast. Behind all of this brutality that's in games like this, there is beautiful emotion too and happiness that comes with it. And it's such a stunning thing that they portrayed here with those characters. I absolutely adore Takumi. I really do. I think he's fantastic. And his relationship with Katawa, I wonder how they're going to explore that, especially since he's not here even more. That poor girl went through something that is so unbelievably traumatic, and to come out the other side, despite all the stuff that's happened to her, to still be such a sweet gal. And she is, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that people who go through trauma aren't sweet people. I'm saying that, you are... Because some people don't get through trauma, and it doesn't make you weak or anything. It's just that everything's very, very difficult that happens in those senses, right? In those things, and losing someone. I'm just very happy that she is in a place where she can rely on Takumi, right? Which is absolutely amazing. Such an unbelievably beautiful scene. Yeah, we're learning about all the characters. We're learning about all these the places in this school as well. Such an interesting time. I'm actually blown away by how more I want to know. The characters are so interesting, and the place is so interesting, and the concept is so interesting, and now the backstories behind each characters are so interesting. Even Takumi backstory already is super intriguing. I want to know more. So much now, so much. Thank you so much to Typhire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Marky, Assassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SRFG, Leon, High Casparian, and Jared Beanham, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye. Typhire 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Marky, The Assassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SRFG, Leon, High Casparian, and Jared Beanham. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.